In our fast-moving, ever-changing world, new, exciting opportunities are close at hand. We see learning from each other and staying connected with you as key to successfully shaping the future together. Driving your performance is our passion, and innovation is our heartbeat. It is part of our DNA to become better every day and to explore new businesses with you in a strong partnership. This is why we constantly rethink the things we do. We thrive to always find new ways to improve your products, finding the best and most sustainable solutions. Because yes, we care. We love to share our knowledge and expertise with you, live and virtual. Together, we turn your visions into reality and bring new ideas to life. So let's start the dialogue.
Good morning, America. Welcome to our Kiefel Packaging Dialogue Days. It is a pleasure for me today to lead you through this event. Many of you already have seen or have participated on live events Kiefel already had over the last 10 years. So this year it's a virtual summit, and we will do our best to give you a great overview on Kiefel news, on our partners, and we will tell a little bit of a story, and we will also have our colleagues from Portsmouth with us. So as you can see, it is Freilassing and Portsmouth. So enjoy the 1.5 hours and have a great time. The Kiefel Packaging Dialogue Days 2019 have been very successful for us.
We can take care that our team is well prepared.
Everything starts, of course, with the design, and that is you and your customers.
What we need are practical and technical solutions. Kiefel is already offering these solutions. On our thermoforming machines, we can process any kind of recycled plastics material.
The clear focus is circular economy.
So usually we would be in Portsmouth, New Hampshire now, which is a great state on the East Coast. Due to COVID-19, we have a completely different situation. But together, we will have great information for you. So we will have people involved from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, from our sister company in the Netherlands, Kiefel Packaging Netherlands. And looking at the agenda, we have a few topics that we would like to share with you. It will be about material product development. It will be about sustainability. We will touch the Kiefel speedformer machines, tray machines, KMD and KTR machines. And we will also touch a little bit the new fiber Kiefel thermoforming systems. There will be another dialogue day soon, but we will talk about this new system or new solutions Kiefel can offer now, and we will also touch sustainability. I think we all have the responsibility to work on this topic, and I would like to hand over now to Portsmouth, and Steve, hope you're doing well.
Thank you, Thomas. Hello and welcome to our Packaging Dialogue Virtual Summit. I'm Steve Honig, and I'm the President and CEO of Bruckner Group USA, located in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. One of our main responsibilities is the sales, service, and support
of the Kiefel family of products in North America. With over 50 employees and associates working in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, we are continuing to invest in resources and technologies to better serve our customers. At the Bruckner Group, we create machines with talented people. And now I would like to introduce you to your Kiefel team.
Hello, my name is Gary Soden. I look forward to working with all of you in my new role as Vice President of the Kiefel Packaging Division here at Bruckner Group USA.
Hello, I'm Kurt Bleckner, Sales Engineer for Kiefel Packaging. My territory is the Midwest of the United States, and I look forward to a continued great relationship with those of you that know me, and I look forward to meeting those that don't know me yet.
Hello, my name is Justin Pike. I'm a Regional Sales Manager here at Bruckner Group USA. I'm responsible for Kiefel Packaging for the East Coast, and I look forward to building a strategic partnership with you.
Hi, my name is Luis Antonio. I'm Sales Manager for Mexico for the Kiefel Packaging Division. I'm in charge for the sales and service in Mexican market.
Hello, my name is Mario Fröndala. I'm a Technical Sales Engineer with the Kiefel Packaging US Group. So welcome to all of you to this virtual summit. And if you have any question, you're going to find the expert with us.
Hi, my name is David Peterson. I'm a recent college graduate at the University of Massachusetts Lowell, and I've been an inside sales representative here at Bruckner Kiefel now for 9 months.
Hi, I'm Fabio Carnaciali. I have been with the Kiefel Packaging Group for 12 years, and I manage the service department for Bruckner Group USA.
Hi, my name is Uli Hiltz. I'm the Customer Service Manager here at Bruckner Group USA in beautiful Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and I've been with the company for 12 years.
Hi, I'm Michelle Cloutier. I have just recently joined the Kiefel Packaging Division, and I'm a Senior Customer Service Coordinator.
Hello, I'm Eric Cromley. I'm the Service Supervisor for Kiefel Packaging. I've been with the company for 6 years.
Hi, my name is Amy Witten. I work for the Customer Service Group, and I'm here to assist you with your spare parts needs.
Hi, I'm Dawn Frampton. I work for Kiefel Packaging. I work in the Customer Service Department, and I coordinate our service technicians.
Hello, I'm Donna Berry with the Bruckner Group USA. I am the Trade Show and Events Manager. I've been here for 15 years. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the near future.
Hi, my name is Sarah Leclerc and I'm part of the Bruckner Group USA marketing team. One of my responsibilities is managing our social media platforms. We hope you find today informative and we look forward to connecting with you.
Now that you've met our team, I will hand you back to our colleagues in Germany. We look forward to spending the next couple of hours with you on sustainable packaging solutions.
Thank you, Steve. Before we go into the first session, I would like to mention that we do not only have guests from the United States, but also from Canada, from Mexico, and Brazil. So there is advantage of a virtual summit, so everybody worldwide can watch and see what Kiefel can offer. What can Kiefel offer in terms of material development, product development, machines? There is a lot we can show you, and we wanna do a little bit of a story and talking about tray-to-tray recycling. What that means, we will show you in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Looking back, there is a big history, and I have seen the audience for today. There are a lot of people that know Kiefel, that know me, but also newbies. So when did Kiefel actually start in the history? That was in the 60s. Paul Kiefel started the business after the Second World War, and he was quite soon going into welding machines, which is our medical business today, and also into thermoforming. So the first machines have been developed in the 60s, and I would say that the biggest milestone has been in 2004, where Kiefel invented the speedformers. That changed the game completely and set new standards in how a thermoformer should perform. with nice features, tool change, good speed, very reliable. That was launched 2004 during the K show. And the next step, and most of you have seen the machines on the K show 2019, so last year, that is the so-called .2 generation. And we will explain that to you in detail what it means. Yeah, Kiefel is a machine builder, but has developed into a complete company that can offer not only machines, but also tools and material development, product development. On the machine side, there are two sections we will touch today. It is the tray machines and the cup machines. Both have been developed into the 0.2 generation and are the state-of-the-art equipment that you can get in the market. The Kiefel DNA, what does it exactly mean? We are on our way. Kiefel, when I started 16 years ago, built machines. In the meantime, we have, as Kiefel Packaging, we can offer a complete system. We have a setup in the Netherlands, and Eric will give us an update from that side. And we also have one site in Austria where we do a lot of automation. Then we offer complete trainings. The ones that joined the Dialogue Days last year, it was fantastic to show also the apprenticeship system we installed at Kiefel. So it is the complete journey of the machine, of the life of the machine. So from the day you buy the machine until you sell the machine, we can completely guide you and help you in all these stages. Tray-to-tray recycling, yeah. Let's assume we have made trays, PET trays, on a Kiefel KMD speedformer right now. And now the question is, you know, we have a nice steak. We bought a nice tray with a steak. We grilled that steak of course, on a Weber grill. And then I have the used tray. So I put it into the bin. What happens to this tray, Andreas? Can you please give us the information on what can be done with the tray? Please.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome here from Stahlinger Viscotech in Austria. Yeah, it is a very, very good question. What happens to trays after disposal? But before I answer that question, I would like to introduce my company a little bit and why we would be having the competence to answer that question. As I mentioned, I'm working for Stahlinger Viscotech, and Stahlinger is a family-owned business which is over 180 years old. We have 700 employees worldwide and a turnover of about 250 millions. Viscotech is a division of Stahlinger, and we are making machinery for rPET refinement and recycling. We have two big product categories. One of them would be decontamination and IV increasing equipment in order to make rPET food grade. And the second big category is sheet lines to make thermoforming sheet out of recycled PET input materials. Now, coming back to the question, and you guessed it by now, what is happening with the trays when they are collected? They are recycled. Now, post-consumer recycling has a couple of challenges, and one of these biggest challenges is the legal framework. Here in Europe, we're working with the EFSA as a legal framework. And why this is so important is because you have to be making sure that everything is recycled according to the law and is abiding certain quality standards. And here we're already facing a couple of issues with other materials than PET. Polypropylene, for example, can only be downcycled in the sense that we cannot make a food packaging out of it again. So even if it is recycled and washed, you can legally not make a food packaging out of PP trays at this moment in time. Another material with issues would be multi-layer materials, because they have the same issue as polypropylene, no legal framework. Additionally to that, it is a very undefined stream of different materials that comes together, and of course a very undefined input material gives you a very undefined output in the sheet that would be made into a packaging. So only here also downcycling is possible. If we however look at the PET situation, PET recycling in food packaging is decades old and their legal frameworks are completely in place. It's decades old from bottle to bottle recycling, and exactly the same framework can be used or is used also legally for tray to tray recycling. So here we have absolutely no issues with the recyclability and the legality of doing so. Now, what are the benefits of recycling, or of PET recycling in particular? First of all, PET is 100% food grade, and after usage can be decontaminated very easily back into 100% food grade. So this is one of the big advantages. Another very big advantage are the mechanical properties of PET, because these can be lifted up again after the first processing, and use of the post-consumer would be possible to actually lift those mechanical properties back up in order to ensure a very efficient thermoforming process and a very efficient output of this thermoforming process in comparison to other materials like polypropylene. And last but not least, of course, the eco-friendliness. But here I would like to have a couple of slides in a bit more detail of the eco-friendliness of the material. We found a case study about a confectionery packaging that you can see here on this slide. And here, this confectionery packaging was introduced very recently, this year in April, and the comparison was made between 100% rPET compared to 100% virgin. So what is the result? Basically, the 100% rPET is superior in the ecological balance in comparison to virgin tray. For example, there is a 32% advantage in carbon footprint. But that's not all this study looked at. We have a bit more details on the next slide, where you can see that in the first category, as I mentioned, a 32% advantage in CO2, but the next second category was air quality. And here we have an even 70% advantage rPET comparison to virgin. In the third category, the acidic rain was compared, and here rPET has a 70% advantage again. And last but not least, how these processes are endangering aquatic life, and here a 16% advantage of rPET against virgin PET has been found. Now, these are the advantages or the ecological advantages of this of recycling. So what does that mean for us as an industry, in the plastics industry as well as in the packaging industry, is very clear. We really have to come together and close the loop in PET recycling. And this is the final vision that you can see on this slide. Is what we have is that this one circle, which is bottle-to-bottle recycling, as well as a second circle of the tray-to-tray recycling, have to be able to go into each other material-wise, input-wise, quality-wise, in order to make it really circular and really beneficial to everybody involved. Now, in order to manage what the bottle-to-bottle recycling is already doing, we need to look at trays and how we produce trays. Because a certain amount of attention needs to be put into how they are looking or how they're made. So what are the prerequisites for true recycling a tray, or to create what we call an eco tray? It's actually 4 points, more or less. We need to create recycling streams, first of all for transparent trays, then maybe for white trays, for example dairy packaging, and one for CPET. This is important because each of these have certain quality properties which would be diminished if they're mixed into each other. Secondly, all these trays need to be made of monomaterials. That means no more multi-layer, and it also means wherever we can avoid it, to avoid PTPE lamination. Technology is in place to go away from PTPE and is already worked at with many big packaging producers. And last but not least, labeling in colors should be only on the lid of the tray. That goes, for example, prints or labels which are containing nutritional facts, because these have to be on there legally. So we need to have room for these somewhere. And in our view, it is the lid, because it is, first of all, very visible to the consumer. And secondly, it's very easy to separate those two, the tray bottom and the lid, in already existing processes. Very similar to the bottle-to-bottle process, where caps are separated from the bottle. So this is how the tray should be looking like. And now I would like to show you machinery where input tray flake is made back into a sheet for thermoforming. How could that look like? So here in this first shot, you can see a decontamination dryer, as we call it. Here the post-consumer recycled flake is transferred into 100% food grade flake in this super cleaning process. What also happens in this process is we're extracting all the dust from the tray flakes. This is very important because the dust has a huge impact onto the sheet quality of the thermoforming sheet. Also, pre-drying of other input materials like in-house waste makes a lot of sense. This is why we created crystallizers, which again extract a big amount of the dust that is in these input materials in order to get a great sheet quality in the sheet line, as you can see it in this shot. So here is the dosing system where the different input materials would be received, mixed, and then introduced directly into the extrusion step. This extrusion line has only one master control panel because we had in mind to have a very high grade of automatization in this line, meaning a minimum requirement of numbers of operators. You can see everything is very intuitive and relatively straightforward. What I also want to show you is this high grade of automatization I was talking about is an automatic start. We have a counter here in the bottom right where you can see the minutes passing by. It takes for the operator to start the line completely by himself from standstill to sheet. You can see he's not moving an awful lot around at all. He's basically just pushing one button, and already by now he fired up the extruder, the dosing system, the roll stack, and everything completely fully automatic by the push of just one button. He's now feeding the sheet into the rest of the downstream, and right now he's cutting the edge trim. That means we are adjusting the sheet to the desired width, and that was done after about 12 minutes into the process, and already the machine is running commercially viable sheet. And with this, I would like to thank you very, very much for your attention. I hope we answered the question, what is happening with the trays after disposal? And with that, I give back to Kiefel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andreas. I have to say, really nice equipment you make in Austria. And there is a lot of film coming from your Viscotech systems. So who can handle all that film? I know the answer, and you probably know the answer. It is a Kiefel KMD speedformer. We had the tray, we had the stake, we put the tray into the pin, we made new film, so now we need a solution to handle all that film. And Kiefel has a great solution with the speedformer family that you can divide the market into two segments, and one is food, There are a lot of applications, trays for meat, trays for vegetables, so all kind of applications that are known, but also the non-food applications. And in the meantime, thermoform products have been or have come very difficult, very complex. So in certain areas we also can compete with injection molding, and that makes a thermoforming machine even more reliable and attractive, I have to say. And the ones that can really handle all that, that is of course Kiefel. As you heard, yes we can. By the way, who brought out this slogan? You or most of you will think it's Barack Obama that said yes we can. Yes, he said yes you can, but originally it comes from Bob the Builder, by the way. So you ask us, can you fix it? And we say, yes we can. So, no project without tooling. That's another journey Kiefel is working on for the last 3-4 years already. With our sister companies, we can offer complete turnkey solutions. So, no project without tooling. And of course, automation. This is handled mainly in Austria, and we can offer automation not only for the KTR cup machines, but also for the KMD machines. We will come to that later on. So finally, I think we can discuss a lot of points, but the main point is buying a machine means the return on investment. That is the most critical, the most important point to cover. And I am convinced that if you talk to the ones that use Kiefel machines already, they can tell you how that can work. So I think it's time again to go back to the States, and I would ask Justin, my colleague, and Fabio, my colleague, to take over and to make more presentations about the KMD line, and also we will see a presentation, a demonstration, I have to say, by Fabio.
Hello, I'm here today to talk to you about the KMD90, the American Dream. KMD90 was specifically designed and engineered for the North American market. The German engineering team set out to create a larger format machine that was able to fit existing tooling technology in North America. And in 2015, the American Dream became reality when Kiefel introduced the KMD90 to the North American market. KMD90 is the largest format machine Kiefel has designed, and it was done after extensive market research in North America. The machine is able to fit most existing steel rule tools on the market. The KMD90 is the first machine designed with a longer index up to 37 inches to accommodate the local tooling technology. The way tool changes have been done over the last 50 years has been improved with this most recent design. Other changes to the Kiefel standards included longer platen strokes and higher tonnage for cutting. Pictured is a 3-station KMD90, which you will see a demonstration of later. There was no compromise on the 5 technical values Kiefel lives by. Robustness and precision have always been a part of Kiefel's engineering efforts in Germany. Flexibility is a trademark of steel rule machines, in combination with machine dry speeds requiring less than 1 second per cycle. The Kiefel Kiss Cut system is unique in the cutting world of thermoforming. Tension bars extend the life expectancy of the knives by reducing the play in the toggle system. Distribution is key. Having the flexibility for a third motion plug on top as used in Europe and on the bottom as used in North America is a must to survive in the thermoforming world of the future. Process control is more possible with these new technologies. The most important aspect is to maintain a constant sheet temperature, and Kiefel does just that with a closed loop heat control. CAT, or Computer Aided Technology, is the software package of the future. Thermoforming experts of yesterday are retiring, and a new generation is taking over. This program makes it easy to develop and run tools and products. It also enables less experienced operators to seamlessly step in and run the KMD90. Our forming station is the heart of the KMD90 machine. The KMD was designed with robust and full-size platens to limit deflections as well as center servo-driven toggle system. The independent third motion drive available on both platens and independent clamp frame drive provides the highest flexibility in the thermoforming process. With a given clamping force, the forming process can be enhanced with pressure forming up to 72 psi. Our most valuable selling point is the cutting station. We distinguish ourselves from the competition by offering a precise and robust cutting station. Controlling the cutting process using the servo technology and our unique design torsion bars extends the tooling lifetime and provides a repeatable process, which is critical. Another unique design of our KMD90 is the tool change system. Loading the tools into the machine at an ergonomic level onto a lifting table makes the tool change look easy, together with incorporated tool change features to make the tool sliding, centering, and locking faster and more efficient. Convenience is another added value. A lot of products produced on the KMD90 require hygienic and sterile conditions. This is where the KMD90 works well with many features, making it a very sterile machine. Clean servo technology is the foundation, but there are other additional features to prevent contamination in angel hair. We spent a lot of time researching angel hair elimination, and as a result have integrated some features to use heated cutting tools and our servo control to reduce this type of contamination. This slide shows a full example of downstream automation from roll to pallet. Depending on the customer need and specific product, our automation for the KMD90 can be tailored for every customer while aiming to maximize output and efficiency. Our customers have been able to increase cycle time when converting tools to the KMD90 by 20 to 30%. The quick tool change feature means more available production capacity. The downstacking or pick and place options available on the KMD90 provide a counted stack of products at an ergonomic level, thus reducing packing labor. Down gauging using the third motion plug assist can reduce the weight of the product and still maintain the mechanical properties. All of these points add value and make our customer more competitive in the global marketplace, which is our ultimate goal. A PET meat tray will now be demonstrated on our KMD90 located here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Our adapted tooling performs at a 25% higher cycle rate. I will now turn it over to Fabio for the demonstration.
It is my pleasure to demonstrate to you today the KMD90 Premium. We start at our KA110 unwind station. The unwind station has manual controls for splicing, as well as photo eyes for speed control and end of film detection. From the unwind, the material moves on to the preheater. The preheater is not being used for this demonstration. We are running APET. Preheater has temperature controls for standby and run mode. From the preheater, the material progresses onto the in-feed table. In-feed table has manual controls for width adjustment, as well as manual controls to feed the material in or pull it out of the machine. From the in-feed table, the material progresses onto the chain rails. Chain rails are cold in the oven section, and they contain automatic adjustment for automatic adjustment of the width of the material as it progresses to the stations. In the oven section, this oven is built with ceramic heaters. The lower oven contains screens for protecting those heaters of any plastic that may end up on it. After the material is heated and spread, progresses on to the forming station. On the KMD90 Premium, upper and lower stations are servo driven with additional servos for upper and lower plug assist optional. In this case, we are not using the plug assist for this demonstration. Cooling for the tooling, vacuum and forming air coming from the valve section of the machine. The station after the forming station is our tool change station for loading a tool onto the KMD90. The tool is placed on the tool loading station, and via a switch, the setup person can raise the tool and load it into the forming station or the punching station. The HMI on the KMD90 is a Siemens panel with tab for each of the different stations. For example, the feeding or index system, oven controls, forming station, punching station, and stacking station. For each of the stations, you can easily access the manual function for the station by giving the button a second press. In the common area of the HMI, we have function selections for the different functions in the recipe, recipe management, where you can select and load the different recipes, tool change sequence, maintenance sequence that alerts you when certain maintenance items come up on the machine and can be reset from this page. A process flowchart, as well as diagram for some critical information like sheet temperature, as well as other conditions or motor temperatures for all the different stations. This screen also features computer-aided teaching, where you can select different materials and select different features of your tooling, and the machine prepares a recipe for you. Punching station on the KMD90 is a precision adjusted station using torsion rods on all corners of the station for precision parallel adjustment. The station is servo driven but air assisted for the weight of the tools. And the station provides feeding for the knives as well as fine adjustment for the cross direction adjustment as well as turn direction of the knives so they can be adjusted on the fly while the machine runs. Servo-driven stacking station is guided on the corners by linear bearings as well as direct driven by a rack and pinion system.
Thank you, Justin and Fabio, for the great performance. Yeah, you could see the KMD90 speedformer running, making trays. And before we go into the cup world, we will make a sidestep and show you our site in the Netherlands. That is our technical center for material development and product development. And I would ask Eric to take over, please. Eric.
Welcome to Keefel Packaging Netherlands. We are the performance tool manufacturer and innovation center of Keefel. Especially now that the demand for circular products is growing by the day, innovative solutions are the key to success. You only have to look at the biggest brand owners to see in what direction we're heading. For instance, McDonald's states that by 2025, 100% of their guest packaging will be renewable, recycled, or from certified sources. Unilever states that in 2025, 100% of packaging is recyclable, reusable, or compostable. Companies and governments are adopting this vision, and the way they're heading is clear. It's going to be reusable, recyclable, or compostable. At Keefel, we fully support this vision. So how will we do this? We will use our rethinking strategy. In other words, if you look at the circle, it's going to be rethinking your product, rethinking your design and function, rethinking material and composition, and rethinking tools and machines. And by the end of the day, we can help you with rethinking process and automation. There are 3 tracks visible in the market with regards to optimizing materials. First track is based on polymers. Here you see that a lot of polymers are replaced by others which are more environmental friendly. For instance, polyester is the material of choice for many products, and it's going to replace other products, other materials which are currently used. The second track which is visible is bio-based material. For instance, a large hotel group is replacing their plastic cups by PLA cups. And the third one, which is quite new, is the fiber-based materials. At Keefel, we meanwhile build up expertise to produce fiber-based products. But we also rethink composition with you. If you, for instance, have multiple layers in your packaging material, we can help you with making it into a monolayer material. But we will also focus on the impact on your machines and tools. If you, for instance, want to switch to bio-based materials, you need to adapt your process. The same goes if you want to use a high percentage of recycled materials, your process and machines will need to be adapted. In other words, together we can make your products recyclable, reusable or compostable, and we will support you in all the steps of the process. In order to do so, we don't only have our tool manufacturing and thermoforming center, but also our laboratory, and this is where all the magic happens. Marius, would you be so kind to show us around?
Of course, please follow me and I will show you around. Welcome in our laboratory. Here we are working on new product development, working on process improvement and on troubleshooting. In the laboratory we have state-of-the-art equipment for this cause. We can analyze the material properties with our DSC and TGA. We can also analyze mechanical properties like the impact or the E-modulus. We can also measure barrier properties, for example oxygen or water vapor. We can also do computer simulations to check product properties. Besides those analyses, we have much more possibilities. But perhaps it would be better when I explain that based on a few examples. Take for example this yogurt bucket. In the market there is at the moment an increasing pressure, especially from retailers, to downgrade the product weight, even up to 20%. And that's not easy, normally already, but especially when you're already on your limits, it's even more difficult. When you look to this cup, this is an injection molded bucket. We will investigate whether we can produce this product with thermoforming. How do we do that? First, we start with investigating the product features, the material and the product properties. We use reverse engineering to find out how we can make the cup with 20% less material. During this investigation, we will check how the tool should look like to create the specific product features. For example, a certain lid fit or a tamper evident. As soon as we have the idea how to do it, we will make a test tool which we will run on our thermoforming test center. As soon as the products are ready, they will be analyzed in the laboratory on material distribution, but also on the special features, what I said, the lid fit or the tamper evident. If the product is 100% to your satisfaction, we can start engineering and producing the production tool. When a production tool is delivered at your site, you get support from our service engineers to start up your production. Another nice example is this CPAD light cup from 100% recycled PET material. Because of the changing European legislation, there is more and more attention for using recycled material. However, you can imagine that using more recycled material have a huge influence on the process and the final product properties. And that is exactly where we want to support you as customer. Just as an example, we had a customer who had problems with his cutting behavior of his polypropylene capsule. We analyzed this material and we found out that there was far too much polyethylene in the material. We solved this problem together with the material supplier by using another type of master batch. But let's go back to the CPAD light example. This is made from 100% recycled PET. And PET is the ideal material to realize the circular economy. Because with the right pre-treatment, the PET can be used for food-safe applications again. This PET cup is produced in our thermoforming test center with 100% recycled PET material, which is prepared by Stalinger. Because of the right tool development, material development and process development, this PET product is heat resistant up to 100 degrees. And therefore it can replace existing polystyrene products in the market. I show you this example to show you that with the combination of these developments here internally, together with collaboration through the value chain, in this case with Stalinger, we can find solutions for existing and for new markets. So in other words, if you have to do something with recycled material, please let us know. We will be gladly of help. From 2021 upon, there will be a ban in the European Union on expanded polystyrene. Therefore, we get more and more questions from our customers for alternatives. Together with SML, an Austrian extrusion company, we developed two solutions. One of them is polypropylene foam. It is a safe alternative which have no compromises on recyclability. Dependent on the market where you are operating in, PET foam will be another solution. Together with SML, we focused especially on the foam structure, because during the development project we found out that the foam structure have a huge influence on the thermoforming process, but also on the final product properties. Therefore, the foam structure is heavily investigated during this project. Besides our efforts on recycled materials, we have also extensive experience with alternative materials. For example, biomaterials, fibers or other types of paper. That can be really a solution when products are hard to collect or hard to recycle. For example, this coffee capsule. We are developing this coffee capsule from a biomaterial. Besides the barrier, there are a lot of other challenges and other challenging product features which have to be incorporated in this product. And therefore, this product is one of the ongoing and exciting product development projects we have.
Unfortunately, we could only give you a quick impression of our research facilities. There's a lot more to talk about because every product has its specific challenges. If you can help to make your product better, lighter, stronger or more sustainable, if you can help to make your process more efficient, or if you need a thermoforming tool that fits all your needs, let us know and we will support you.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Marius, for the open and interesting insights to Kiefel Packaging Netherlands. All valuable customers, if you have any questions, requirements or demands regarding tooling or material, please contact us, contact our colleagues in Netherlands. We are always there for you. As you know, we as Kiefel are always driven to make the best tailor-made solution for you. My name is Daniel and I also want to welcome you here in our webinar studio in Freilassing. Today you heard a lot of KMD, material, tooling and also recycling. Now my part is to bring you a little bit the cup production closer. And also cups and capsules for coffees are made on our tilting machine. So therefore I want to go with you on the journey of the KTR world. And first I want to start with you on our timeline. So here on my slide you can see how we start our tilting machinery. First we go with our joint venture partner Greiner, who is a valuable customer in Austria and also a customer until now. We started a joint venture with the TR machinery. Some TR machinery is also running in the market since a long time now. And as you know, Kiefel, we are always trying to improve our machines. And therefore, we invented the KTR 4, 5 and 6. This is a long success story and our KTRs are all over the world and we have a big installed base regarding their machines. So this is not the end, because last year in 2019 we launched at the K-Show our new KTR 5.2. The KTR 5.2 is our first totally turnkey machinery, beginning at the preheating, coming to the machine, to the tooling and also to the automatization. And to bring you this a little bit closer, I want to show you a video where you can see the KTR 5.2 and also our automatization. So please enjoy the video. Welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed the video of our KTR 5.2 speed. Especially for you in the US, and I heard from Justin that we have the American dream, our KMD 90. We also are striven for to make the KTR 6.1 a little bit more powerful and bigger. So therefore, we go for the KTR 6.2, our next generation in the 6 size. So this getting powerful I mentioned. We want to be faster, stronger, and of course, to ensure you more output. Therefore, I have a new slide with you where you can see the new forming and cutting station, which we already engineered. So therefore, we have 90 tons of punching force, and also we have more space for the forming area to bring more cavities, and at the end, more output, to gain for you more output. So this is our main drive. In our main drive also, we have a new system. So we make a new design of the column discs, also of the main drive. Now it's direct. So this all improvements results in less maintenance, more power, also in no bearing clearance. And we are listening to you. So you were mentioned, okay, look, Kiefel, we want to go with you one step beyond. And therefore we listen to you and try to combine your expertise with our expertise together and to bring the best and powerful tilting machine to the market. So not only the main drive was improved. We can see, and as I mentioned before, the forming area. On this slide, you see the comparison against the KTR 6.1 and the KTR 6.2. So here we have 30% regarding this example for a PET cup, 30% more cavities on our 6.2. So this results at the end of the day into more output. And I hope you will enjoy this machine in the same way like the 6.1, and we're really open and how should I say, we look forward to you to bring this into your market. So from the forming station, I want to go with you into the heating station. The same as on our 0.2 generation at the KMD, we made some improvements in the heating station from our KTR. So therefore, we did with our supplier together an improvement. And therefore, we made a new isolation and also new setup of the ceramic heaters. Our target was to bring more energy and more heating into the core of the foil and in general into the foil with less energy consumption. So this is also sustainable, and we try to bring the product costs I mean only the machine costs, to lower it down. So here you can see a short breakdown, but this is without material. It's only concerning the machine costs, the investment costs, the energy costs, labor costs, and tooling costs. So 30% are energy costs, it's your production cost. And this we want to decrease. And therefore we can set a new standard with our heating elements to bring this costs 10% down. So together with, as I mentioned, together with our supplier, we make here a big step into the future. On the next slide, you can see the cooling. The cooling is also a main part of the process. Sometimes we can go faster, but the limitation is the cooling, because we need the cooling time for deforming, also for the perfect product quality. So what we learn from you and from the process, we are now going with a 2-pump system with 2 pumps and 2 valves, especially to have 2 independent water circuits. And therefore, we are unaffected by the water supply, more or less, and we also can go with you for a simplified operation. So now we have a better heating control regarding the upper and the lower tool. So also for the operator, it's easier to adjust the cooling temperature. And in general, I want to follow up later, the new HMI will help the operator to bring the best out of the machine. So one other big step was the the tool change. You know, it's not so easy if you go for a 6.1 or 6.2 machinery to change the tool. So we have now made a new yoke system where it's easier for parallel adjustment and to bring the tool in and out of the machine. So now the space which is required for the operator is less than before, because now we have a remote control where the operator can handle everything from the front of the machine. You don't have to go at the operator side to the panel. So all the necessary things regarding the remote, the tool, or also tool changing arms are now in the front, so less space is required. And of course, it's better if you go for the production. We want to save production time and to bring you at the end more output. So this is one thing what we tried to slow down. And therefore, we are now faster. We now can handle a tool change under 60 minutes. So we save more or less 30 minutes of the tool change and also 100 hours production time a year. So this improvement is regarding our new yoke system, and also thank you to our engineering that we can serve you this solution now. So, and now I come to my favorite position, to the Kefl smartphone. Steve Jobs invented the Apple iPhone and also the nice handling with icons, apps, and so on. And we don't want to, how should I say, make a new iPhone, but we try to combine the best of all these worlds. And so, as you know, it's not so easy to get operators which are, let me say like this, so good educated that they can run a Kiefel or another thermoforming machine within one day. So we tried to combine a smart and easy, flexible HMI to guarantee a fast learning process and also to simplify everything. Because everybody now has a smartphone, is used to do some things with the apps or make the bank account with the apps. So this is really easy, and therefore we tried with our software engineering to make the Kiefel smartphone. The Kiefel smartphone is also including a help center. The help center for your operators, if they need a drawing, a wire drawing, whatever, it's all in our machine. So it's an easy access to Kiefel and also easy for you if you need spare parts. Because if you need spare parts, you have explosion drawing in the machine and you can see which part is needed. And you can see, is this part available and what are the costs of this part. So we tried to make it easy for the operator, to simplify everything, and of course to give you an easy and fast access to Kiefel. And for me, or from my side, it's really a nice feature, and I really welcome my software engineers or our software engineers which invented this in our Kiefel KTR. On this slide, this is only to show you how it works. You can see a turnkey solution. So it's beginning at the preheating station, going to the in-feed speed of the foil. Then we're coming to the heating station and later on to the forming and cutting station. And this is the machinery, so preheating and the machinery. And then we can see how we stack the cups. So there's also included the stacking of the cups, and later on how, after we stack these cups, bring it to the carton box. And the last button is the grinder. So as Thomas and the guys mentioned before, we are a turnkey partner. And therefore, we of course try to bring all our components in our HMI so that one operator can handle all these things from one HMI, from one panel, and don't have to go to the different units. So further on, I want to go with you into the automatization world. The automatization, you can see here our KTR 5.2, which was launched in 2019 at the K-Show. Our automatization is invented, improved in Kiefel Packaging Austria. So our subsidiary in Austria is the expert for for the automatization. And what do we have in our automation? Here you can see the speed stacker combined with the MCP, so-called modular cup packer. The speed stacker, former known as pickup stacker, is how we stack the cups. So we stack the cups into our basket, and after we stack our cups, we want to bring it in the carton box. So this is a solution where it's in one unit together. Also, we have a standalone possibility. So if you want the MCP after a decoration or printing unit, it's also possible to bring the MCP to this unit. So we have different styles how we try to serve you and what is your demand. In general, I want to say these circumstances with COVID-19, it's important to think about automatization. In general, because it's hygienic, nobody touches your cups, your products. And to make it a little bit clearer, I want to show you a video later on. And first I want to mention this is for the horizontal packing patterns. So horizontal and not vertical. So in the video you will see the horizontal packing patterns. We have different, we can do different styles. Please get in touch with us if you have a special requirement. But first, let us see the video. Welcome back to me in the studio. So now you saw the horizontal packing patterns, the MCP. This MCP was shown by you, it's regarding decoration or printing units. So you see Moritz was infeeding the machine, and after the MCP it comes to the carton box. So horizontal packing. Now I want to go with you to the vertical packing. So we have also invented a vertipacker. The vertipacker is especially, let me see, for fast food restaurants, for the McDonald's, Starbucks, however they call it, because the vertipacker has one big benefit. The vertipacker is counting the sleeves. So first the product gets sleeved and then you bring it to the carton box, and the operator can take one sleeve out of the box, bring it to his desk, put it on the desk, the whole sleeve, cut the sleeve, and everything is in row. So the vertipacker especially is a demand in the fast food restaurants, and therefore we invented this new system. Before I explain you this unit, I want to come to the rim roller. You see the product infeed on the slide, and the rim roller is for drinking cups. So if you want to have a smooth feeling for your drinking cups, the rim has to be done by our rim roller. So if you have a demand on this, we of course can serve you a rim roller, and please get in touch with us if there's a requirement or demands. So now we have the product infeed on our slide, but also a carton box infeed. The carton box infeed is also used as a storage box. So we see carton box and product infeed. And in this total unit of the vertipacker, we have a sleeving unit included. So we sleeve our stacks, our counted stacks, we sleeve it. After the sleeve, we bring it to the carton box. But this is not the end. After the carton box, we seal the carton box, we are labeling the carton box, and if you want or if it's required, we also can palletize it. So this vertipacker has our best things in it and combine all requirements. So, now I'm on my last slide. And my last slide is, we have everything packed now. So, from the normal cup, capsules, whatever is packed in our carton. But this should be not the end of our journey today, because the carton is also material what we are using. So Kefl is one step ahead. We are going beyond our limits, and therefore we are using carton also as material. But this is not my task today. Therefore I want to ask Armin. Armin, what is our machine? What are we doing with the carton as material?
Yeah, hello Daniel. Thank you for your presentation. I will follow up on this. Hello and welcome from my side to our webinar today. As you can see here, I'm following up with our next topic, with our latest development from Keefel. You heard already a lot about the machine, the tooling, the automation, and what we are rethinking and how we are doing it. But I would like to dig into a little bit more material-wise. So as you know, Keefel is providing thermoforming machines for the polymer industries since many, many years. We are also offering this for bio-based materials like PLA or PHA. But now I would like to talk about our latest development, which took us now 1.5 years to develop thermoforming machines for the fiber industry. But first, let's talk about what is fiber. Fiber is a cellulose material. It's made out of renewable paper or plants or sugarcane or also recycled waste paper. And we have two different kinds of fiber. We are saying or recommending you for food industry, you should definitely use virgin fiber. You have a high hygienic standard there, and therefore it's necessary to use virgin material. But if you just produce transport material or material for other packaging things, you can use post-industrial fiber as well. Or sometimes you can make a mix of both and use it with additive to suit for your application. Coming now to our machine. We sold it already to Europe and the US. It's the KFT90 nature former. We have it available as a speed and a flex version. But that's way too much for today, so I would just highlight the benefits of it. We are using a robot there, and that's a really unique thing. It's very easy to maintain the tool because of the robot movements, and you can easily put the tools in and out with the flex machine within 15 minutes and with the speed machine making a tool change within 2 hours. So that's quite fast. On the other side, we are using all the know-how we have from the KMD world. This machine we are selling since so many years, and 90% of the components are also used in the KFT machine. So it's a well-proven machine. There are all servo-driven engines inside, and the whole automatization, which you have also from the KMD world, is also available on the KFT world. So this means packing, sleeving, stacking, everything what you want, suiting your application. But today I don't want to give you more presentation. I would like to give you an invitation. If you are interested to talk a little bit more about fiber application, fiber thermoforming, I would like to invite you to our dialogue day dedicated for fiber on the 28th of October. And now please lay back and enjoy the video of our KFT90 nature former running agriculture products, showing the production of a flower pot.
Welcome back. We really hope you like our new nature former. Well, before we talked about the machines and the tools, and now we head on to a more general topic, but a very important topic and very relevant for all of us, sustainability. And we're going to discuss now what kind of opportunities and benefits can lay in the discussion with regards to sustainability. It's a topic, and everyone knows the newspapers are full with headlines. It's a very relevant topic. The nature is under pressure, and the discussion is very emotionally driven around that topic. So there is plastic bashing, and basically it definitely influences the full packaging industry. Just to name some headlines of it, we know about a ban in some states in the US from EPS. The European Commission, they just have launched a ban of single-use plastics by 2021 in Europe. We don't know if it's coming in the US, but it will be definitely discussed. Then, if we look at the Californian law, we know there and we see that they want to increase recycled material. And have you already learned about the US Plastics Pact? Well, it's an initiative that was launched in August 25th. And this initiative that is basically based on the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, and most of you know them, in cooperation with the WWF, they have as well a vision, and their vision is to rethink the way of design, use and reuse of plastic. Well, that means they want to create the road towards sustainability and towards circular economy. And that's very interesting to know and understand that even in the US, there are initiatives driving in this direction. And again, interesting, there are ambassadors and organizations in it, and big brand retailers like, for example, the Walmart, the Coca-Cola. So it's a big topic, and everyone is addressing that topic. And for us, that means observing and watching carefully to understand where the road is heading to, because we don't know where it's going, but there is definitely more to come. And this is driven by ambitious politicians and, on the other side, really concerned consumers. We have to be aware of that and consider that. So this is bringing us now to the topic of sustainability, and I would like to inform you now what is our motivation to understand more about the current sustainability discussion, what is our commitment behind it, and show you some competences, some capabilities that we can offer as well, maybe to join and support you in your way and your journey towards sustainability. Well, our solution is not running away, but getting involved, understand, and maybe create together the future. Well, having said that, the motivation obviously is quite clear. We, as a machine builder, we want to understand the consumer market. We want to understand their behavior, just to predict what will be the market in the future. So there are consumers, they still want to have plastic packaging. They're fine with it. But there is as well end consumers, they are concerned. They tend to less packaging or non-packaging, or at least more sustainable packaging. On the other side, you see the diverse statements of brand owners and retailers that we have discussed and explained already before briefly. Just have a quick glance. So the Walmart, they stated 100% plastic packaging recycled, reused or composed by 2025. That's a clear statement, and we have to consider that and keep in mind what are they going to do. And Walmart is not the only company that is heading this road. You can see from the map there are many more big retailers and brand owners heading and digging into that topic. We have to understand that, consider that. On the other side, as explained before, we have regulations. We have to observe carefully what kind of governments trying to ban some specific material. Maybe they find a solution with tax regulation. We have to understand it as well. What are the trends? Where's the road heading to in diverse countries? And finally, and not least, we all are humans, and every one of us is concerned about the environment. We want to prevent the nature as well, save it for future generations. And all in all, this is motivating us to dig deeper into the topic of sustainability, to understand more, so that we as a machine builder can react and proactively support you as well in your decision towards maybe a more sustainable road or other rethinking concepts. And after a motivation, there always comes a commitment. And I would like to explain the commitment from Kiefel in a detail. So the first point in our commitment is we turn green challenges into sustainable innovation. Well, what do we mean by that? We want to generate new product ideas for the future. So we actively shape research and solution findings for sustainable alternatives. However, and this is really important, we want to keep our competence and expertise in the plastic processing, because we still believe there are areas where plastic is the best solution. The second point is we connect, cooperate and educate. So our goal is we want to be an ambassador and an educator for the correct handling and recycling of plastic. So see, for example, our Dialogue Day concept. We share our knowledge with you to find the most advanced solution. So we are the experts and consultants in the field of materials and machines. And we have a network along the full value chain. We cooperate and we share the knowledge with our partners and with you. And finally, the third point is our rethinking concept. So rethinking for us means that we take your product, put it in the center and think with you together, can we change, can we rethink maybe the design of the product, the function, maybe its composition, and maybe can be as well one part the material choice. But as well, and this is very important, based upon the decisions before, the process has to be rethinked as well. So what about the machine, the new tools and automation solutions we can provide for you to support you in your rethinked product, for example? Let's have a closer look at our concrete competences. Well, very important for us, and as mentioned before, is research and analysis. First, we have a high market intelligence, and this is what we are working on as well newly. So we try to gather all the information together. We list it, we evaluate, we dig deeper in it, and then we can see as well, for example, where will be PS replaced by different materials and why. What is the driver of this discussion? Can we support? Can we maybe as well evaluate something else? Another point is the rethinking concept itself that I already explained before. So again, we want to rethink the design, the function, the composition of material, discuss with you as well open material choices, because you have the choice, and then dig deeper into the processing, the machines and the tools rethink concepts. Just another point to highlight, and this is really interesting and very relevant point for us. We have the material competence. We have the material competence for polymer-based material. So no matter if there is a replacement plant in, for example, PS to PP, we are the solution provider and we can support in that decision. However, as well, we have experience and our machines are compatible to process bio-based material. So no matter if you plan to have a PLA or PHA cup, contact us, we'll have the solution. And then finally, and this was already mentioned by the colleague Armin Dietrich before, we have expanded our material competence. So you find now the fiber forming competence within our portfolio. So for example, for fruit, for beverage packaging, we have the solution here as well. And again, the solution is diverse and it always depends upon your decision. And the point we would like to mention here is we have the competence, and no matter what decision you take, if you proceed with plastics, with polymers, with bio-based materials, or with fiber-based materials, we are the right partner for you. Having said that, I would like just to provide an overview about our projects and engagements that we are currently working on. First example, this is a customer project from the United States and Canada. Recyclable coffee capsules. Well, we supported our customer here to change from PS capsules to PP capsules. Within that, we found the correct density for zinc float separation in the sorting streams. Another example is the research on materials, as explained before. So we work closely together, for example, with the Fraunhofer Institute in Munich and Zurich, to research, to adapt, to really understand the material behavior, what we have to improve, that material is running best on our machines. Another example, and you might know it already from last year's case show, is the SML pot cup. So here the intention was to save material up to 50%. So the joint research department from SML and Kiefel, they developed a system and a cup where, for example, we can save up to 50% of material. And the fourth highlight I would like to mention here is our PrintSig project. Well, the monomaterial packaging is often printed instead of directly being labeled. This is why we get involved, because we want to investigate the impact of printing inks on the recycling process with other players in the value chain. We have already the results of this project and they will be released soon, so stay tuned. And these are very excellent news we're going to share with you in the next weeks. So this provides an overview and hope it really gives as well the feedback that we are the right partner for you. In the next 3 minutes, we would like to share our rethinking video with you. And after that, Thomas Huber will be back with you and address your various questions that you have fired in the chat window. So take care and enjoy the video.
Hopefully we could give you a great overview about the Keefel possibilities, either on the machine side, on the tool side, on automation, on material and product development. And I think we have great solutions for you. And please come back to us for any project you have. Let us participate in the early stages that we can help you. You know, our passion is driving your performance, and we really want to help you.